Oh, baby. I've fucking been fired up all morning, baby. Been fired up all morning. I was at the gym working out. I had the pre-workout just fucking flowing through the veins today. And pretty fucking funny on Twitter. Just getting everybody trolled up. They love it. People like, my favorite thing about Twitter, about people in general, is people think that they're going to convince me that I'm wrong, right? Like people are like, Patrick, they're like, people like, I just love that people try to like give me the facts. Like they're even like, so in Europe, they want to ban combustible engine cars, you know, because combustible engine cars are so bad for the environment, but the electric cars are so much better. And I posted like, hey, the problem is even electric cars are not good for the environment. Like there really is no great answer here, but I do believe that there is a way to build a combustible engine that is way more efficient than what we have now. And that's already been proven. But the problem is like people just don't understand how bad electric batteries, how bad lithium mines are for the environment. People think that like, oh, batteries are great. You know, like we love batteries. The environment is so much better when we have batteries. Like, no, guys, I'm being honest with you. Like like lithium ion batteries in general are not this clean, magical, like energy source. And people are like literally like telling me like how much better lithium is. And then I'm just like one simple Google of lithium ion mines. And then there's literally just miles and miles of retention ponds of lithium ion waste basically just sitting there. You know, this green, crazy, basically byproduct of lithium ion mining. And it's just like, they're like, yeah, but it's no worse than oil. And I'm like, hey, I'm not saying oil is good. I'm not saying oil is bad. But what I'm saying here is that the engines that we have today, like in the cars, you know, getting 20 miles, 30 miles to the gallon, like they can be better. Like the cars can be more efficient, but the manufacturers don't want them to be more efficient. You know, the same way that like there's a reason that they put a fucking rubber U-joint fucking, you know, little thing in a car that's going to go bad after 40,000 miles. Like no matter what, like they could put a better U-joint that would last, you know, a better bushing that would last for 1,000,000 miles. But the manufacturers are like, we don't want these cars to last for 100 years. Like we want these cars to break down over time. So it's like, it's just funny. Like everybody like just does not see what is actually going on. Like you got to read between the lines. You got to see the actual picture. The same as yesterday. Right? The same thing as yesterday, my friends. Remember yesterday when everyone was like, the market's going to go up. It's going to go up. Patrick doesn't know what he's talking about. Patrick's an idiot. What did the market do yesterday? What did we do? Look at this. What did I mean, I'm not saying I'm always right. Right? Like obviously I'm always right, but I'm not going to say I'm always right, but I am always right in theory here. And look at yesterday's move. What did we do? What happened yesterday? We filled the gap exactly like we said it would at open. We talked about this before the market opened yesterday, live on YouTube, not in hindsight, not in fucking, you know, not after the fact. I didn't make a recap video and go, hey, look, I told you it was going to fill the, no, we talked about this exact thing fucking happening. And what happened? The gap was filled. Was it an easy, you know, was it an easy move down? No, I would say it was definitely choppy for the first hour, but clearly we got the gap fill. And then we push back up. So it's like, sometimes I just don't know why people sit here and argue with me. Like, okay, like you think you're smarter than me? Well, go make your own fucking YouTube channel, right? Like, if you think you're smarter than me, why are you here? Like, I would never watch somebody on YouTube that I thought I was smarter than. Like, there's a reason I don't watch other YouTubers day trading because I'm smarter than them, right? Like, why would I take advice from somebody on YouTube that I'm fucking better than? Like it just, but yeah, I don't get it. So you know, hey, if you think you're a better day trader, then why the fuck are you here? That's all I gotta, that's like my epiphany moment here. If you think you're a better day trader, then go fucking trade yourself and don't listen to me. All right. I'm not saying you should buy and sell exactly where I do. And you know, everybody has to follow my exact plan, but like to sit here and argue with me and say like, oh, Patrick, we're not going to fill the gap. The market's going to push up. We're not going down. Like, okay. If you're right, then you're right. But like, why argue with the guy on YouTube who's trying to help you, who's trying to show you very clearly, you know, a plan here. And then those are the same people that complain and bitch like, oh, Patrick didn't tell me what to do. He didn't tell me to short. He didn't tell me to buy. He didn't tell me how to make money. Like, well, I literally showed you the plan before the market opened. We laid it out exactly what I thought would happen. We get below the VWAP, we get below the pivot, we move down, boom. What happened? Exactly that. And then people are still like, yeah, but you didn't tell me exactly when to buy. Okay, I apologize. I apologize for not coming to your house, sitting on your fucking lap, pressing the button for you, all right? Like, if you're that fucking incompetent that you can't figure out, like, what could possibly happen today? Okay, Patrick thinks that the market's gonna pull back and we're gonna fill the gap. What should I do? Well, I should get long, right? Like, I should get long. Like, well, that might be a bad idea. It might be a really bad idea. So that's my rant for the morning. Here we go. We're getting it going, baby. We're getting it going here. All right, let's focus on what is happening today. On the ES, the overnight move here, we basically are still inside of this range from yesterday. Yesterday's low from the pre-market, or yeah, 4:30. That was in the morning. Okay, so we bounced kind of off this area yesterday, that 97. We held that low there, kind of 4,000 area, holding right now. So pretty much we are still inside of this range from yesterday. Just do. We have not really made a move yet. So what do we expect today? What would be my thesis for today's action? It's a little bit harder today, I would say. I wouldn't say it's as easy to look at it and be like, hey, I think this is what's going to happen, you know, on like dot for dot. When you see like a big old gap to the downside, it's a little bit easier to be like, hey, you know, I see that big old gap to the downside. I think this is going to fill that gap. Right now, we are gapping down. So the SPY will be opening lower than where it closed at yesterday, but not by much. Only about $1, about 1 point on the SPY. So not a huge gap. So, you know, when the gap isn't that big, I would say it's not as consistently getting filled. There's a good chance to get filled, but when you don't have like a big gap in the SPY, then I would say it's not as consistently getting filled. Although it could still very much get filled here. So we'll see what happens at open. Right now we're below the VWAP on the ES, below the VWAP on the SPY here. The VWAP on the ES right now at the 4,008 area. Got this standard deviation, kind of a 4,000 area support right now. Support there at the 4,000, like I said, that overnight, well, not really overnight, but pretty much just over. This is since what, Sunday night. We held that level. Monday morning we pushed back up, we pulled back, and we're still pretty much in this range right now. We got that pivot point down there at the 91. So we'll see. I'm expecting probably some choppy action once again today. I don't think we have any crazy numbers today. Let's see. Number wise, what do we got coming out today? I think we have GDP later this week, right? We have GDP later this week. Yeah, so I mean, we do have the Fed Chairman Barr testimony, I guess, at 9:45 starting. We do have the consumer confidence as well at 9:45. So I would suggest, if I was you, I would just kind of stay out of the action until at least, you know, let's wait for those that number to come out at the 9:45 number to come out there, and then we'll see kind of what happens with that Fed Barr testimony there as well at 9:45. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I think the ECB president is speaking right now. The European Central Bank president is speaking right now at 9:15. The dollar pushing up here, and yeah, we're just getting it ready here, getting ready. If you guys haven't hit that like button, you know what to do, baby. Let's go. Looking at the book map right now. What do we got on the book map? We got that big level right there at the 4,004 area to the downside. 95 sitting there. It was that like 100. Only like 133 contracts, so nothing too crazy standing out right now. Get maybe down, or 87 is a little bit thicker. Got that 90 area, the VWAP up there, like I said, at the 08s right now. So 08 VWAP, And the 21 EMA here on the 1 minute chart sitting there, just basically going sideways. We've been going sideways since about 8:30 now, and kind of waiting for the market to open up here, and we'll see what happens, baby. What happens? If you guys haven't hit that like button, you know what to do. Let's blow it up. It's free to like, it's free to watch, free to stream. All right, all right. Shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. The dollar kind of pushing up and getting stuck right now. The dollar did break out of that kind of downward trend that it was in overnight. So kind of pushing up and breaking through the overall downward trend here. We've been in the dollar's basically been in a downward trend since about 5:30 this morning. And it finally kind of pushed back up and pushed up there for the 102s now. But kind of waiting. You can see here on the 15-minute chart, overall, I would say we are kind of in a downtrend here. If we zoom out and let's look at some bigger time frames here on the chart now. Looking at the daily chart here, again, remember yesterday we talked about this overall downtrend. That overall downtrend still intact. This is still intact since about February, beginning of February. Thursday, 2nd of February, we've been in this downward trend on the daily chart. So keeping that in mind, we know that the market still is kind of in this channel moving down here. And today, right there at the 4,000. So we have some stuff going on, some data coming out here today, consumer confidence, and then we have the deal with the Fed Chairman Barr testimony, I guess, with the Senate today. So we'll see if that's going to create some volatility. But like I said, 9:45 till about 10 might be pretty much kind of waiting until, yeah, like I'm not in a rush. Remember yesterday, we did not get a good move yesterday until about what, like 10:30, almost 11. Yeah, like 10:30 yesterday was when we finally got that breakdown and had a clean move. So no rush. We know it's like, hey, just because the market's open does not mean that it's a good time to buy, sell, lug it, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's a patience, my friend. Wait for the nice, right, good old setups there. Good morning from Montreal, Canada. Let's go. I've been to Montreal. The French Canadians, I almost got in a fight with the French Canadians. They didn't like me. I was at a bar in French Canada and I was speaking English and they're like, hey, you stupid American, you speak French here. And I'm like, well, fuck you. So on the hourly chart right now, pivot point wise, we do have a pivot there at the 90s. You can see here on the hourly chart inside of that channel here and kind of pulling back. I will say though, I've heard from other Canadians that the worst Canadian is a French Canadian. You know, that's just what I've heard. I do love everybody though. I do love everybody here. We got people from Toronto, people from Louisiana, New York City, worldwide, baby. Worldwide. Woo! I'm ready. I'm popping. Somebody asked, do I normally trade before the market open? I normally don't, to be honest. I try to I wake up in the morning, 6 a.m. I go to the gym. I try not to start my day right away. Well, at least here in Orlando. In Hawaii, it's a little different. So it is nice, kind of wake up, put some music on, go to the gym, do my thing, and then kind of sit down, 9:30 and then trade. The problem is if I wake up and then I'm sitting here at 6 a.m. and I'm looking, I'm and I start doing something stupid and try to make a bad trade. It's not worth it. So I wait for the action to pop off there, and yeah. And this weekend, I'm actually heading back to Hawaii on Saturday. I'll be back in Hawaii this weekend. Thank the Lord. I don't know about you guys, but I've been in Florida now for about 2.5 weeks or 2 weeks. So I'm ready to get back to Hawaii and enjoy some surf and some waves and sunshine and all that beautiful stuff. Do a little day in the life vlog. Yeah, maybe I'll do one this week while I'm here in Orlando. Day in the life. Chad the Great. You work at Story Live and 11. Well, what? Where were you at? I could have spent $4,000 with you instead of $4,000 with Ricky. right now, just kind of waiting. Like I said, on the hourly chart, we're sitting right there at that area from that low of the overnight on Monday, Sunday, and we got that pivot point there at the 90s. So looking here at the 15-minute chart to get an idea where the pivot points are, 91 pivot point there on the 15-minute chart. We got the 4,000 pivot there, and then to the upside 28 pivots. So pretty tight pivots today, especially after yesterday's move. Remember, you know, when the market's kind of not making a big move, well, then you get these tighter pivots. When the market makes a big move, well, when the market makes a big move, you get larger area of pivots or wider pivots. And then when the market's kind of flat, going sideways, you don't get as big of pivots. Why are there different ES symbols? Because they're different contracts, Jimmy Butler. I want you to go and I want you to like Google these things first, Jimmy. Every question that you have that you're asking in the chat, I guarantee you, Google can answer them much better than I can. But basically, there's different contracts for different quarters. You have what, the June contracts. We just got done with the March contracts. So, yeah. Google is your friend, my friend. Google is your friend, my friend. Looking here at the Bookmap right now. Somebody asked, how much has the Bookmap made you better? I wouldn't say the Bookmap has been like, you know, I wouldn't say it's changed my life by any means, but I do like what the Bookmap does, right? Like the Bookmap is basically putting the order book onto the chart. I mean, onto the heat map here, and I can kind of see a little bit better. Because you think about it, like basically, you know, we have the order book right here. So like if we just got rid of the order book, that's basic. This is what you would be seeing without the heat map, right? Like you'd basically just be seeing this on the order book. And personally, I'm a very visual person. So, you know, I like to have it kind of painted out a little bit different. I would sit here and be like, oh, you know, I guess if you're looking at it, like, okay, well, the 4,010 area, okay, that's resistance, there's support, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I do like the Bookmap for the advantage of having it kind of more clear on the actual heat map and kind of seeing it a little bit different. You know, it's just a different way to kind of show the market where the levels are. And the thing is, people think that the Bookmap is like, oh, like this is resistance and this is support, but you want to think about liquidity different. Like you want to think about like this, like the market's moving to find liquidity. The market needs to find buyers and sellers. So the market's kind of pushing and moving up to these levels, and like this 10 area right here, even though it's sitting there like, oh, is that resistance? Well, that doesn't mean that it's resistance. That could also mean that this is like a magnet. Like when we open up here, I would look at it more of like, this is a magnet up there. The price action like almost wants to move up there to that liquidity, test it, and then, you know, kind of see if it's going to break through. It's not so much like, oh my God, there's all that resistance. It's more so like, hey, that's actually like a magnet for the price action. The same way as yesterday. Yesterday, I was shorting end of day, and we had a bunch of liquidity sitting down at like the 08 level, the 10 level actually. Yesterday, probably kind of funny. So I was short from like the 15s, and I'm sitting there and I see all that liquidity down here. I'm like, hey, if I'm short, I'm thinking the market's going to want to move down there and test that liquidity, right? So it's almost like it's giving you an idea of where that liquidity is sitting at, and then letting you kind of capitalize off that. You could use the order book. I'm not going to say this is the end all be all, but for me personally, I do like having the advantage of seeing the iceberg orders, seeing everything kind of just right there on the screen. The cool thing about the Bookmap as well is you can actually trade. You can place trades through Bookmap. I don't do it personally, but I thought about kind of maybe doing it in the future. But you can actually just place your trades right there through Bookmap. If you want to do that, you can connect with your broker. So we'll see what happens here. Well, we got about 5 minutes for the market open. Like I said, there are numbers coming out. 9:45 numbers, right? Am I correct here? 9:45? Or is that, what time is that? 34 minutes. So yeah, 10 o'clock numbers, sorry. 10 o'clock numbers, consumer confidence. So expecting probably some choppy action until those 10 o'clock numbers. And then the Fed bar chairman also speaking at 10 a.m. So yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Right now, like I said, we're going to be opening up with a small gap here on the chart. We have those 10 a.m. numbers coming out. We'll kind of see what happens with the VWAP and all of that fun stuff. All we got to do is just sit back, be patient, and wait for something to happen, right? That's literally all we have to do. People think it's like we got to sit here and like we got to figure out what, oh my God, where do I do? What, you know, I got to get long, I got to get short. Like, no. All we're going to do is just kind of sit back here, wait, and then it's like, oh, I like this setup. I'm going to take this setup. Very, very calm, right? Like, get rid of that, like, that feeling that you have. Like, I feel like some people, when the market opens, they're just like, they're fucking chomping at the bit. If you're chomping at the bit right now, go for a run. Come back when you're a little bit more, you know, a little bit more relaxed. Let's be nice and just patient and waiting for that opportunity. Like I said, the VWAP up there at the 4,008 area. We're right below that 21 EMA. We do have that support here at this level. We'll see what happens. We got that pivot point on the 15-minute chart. The NASDAQ has a pivot point down there, 12,707. So a little bit bigger of a move to the downside possible on the NASDAQ, but the ES with a pivot point there at the 91 pivot point on the 15-minute chart here going into open. That 4,000 area right now trying to hold up here, and we got about 2 minutes till the market opens. So guys, however, hit that like button, subscribe button. You know what to do. Help me out, baby. Blow it up. If you want to be notified when I go live here on YouTube every morning, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's that easy. It's that simple. It's free. But yeah, I would say, you know, just kind of sitting back. We do know that the SPY will have a small gap. We talked about the gap in the SPY yesterday. The SPY gap was filled perfectly. You can see the move yesterday. We talked about this exact setup happening. So pretty happy with that overall kind of, I would say, what do you call it? Not, I wouldn't say prediction, but kind of that game plan yesterday, seeing that play out perfectly. It's obviously very, you know, it boosts your confidence when you're able to kind of read the market and predict where it's going to go, right? Like, we don't need to obviously like be right or wrong. We just need to kind of have an idea of where the market could possibly be moving to. And then we look to take a trade off of that. So let's go. All right. We got about, 1 minute till the market opens. Like I said, 10 a.m. We have, I would say, kind of a pretty big number today with the consumer confidence from March at, it's a 3-star number, which is pretty, like, I would say important here. Pretty important, kind of important. The important number. And here we go. Market a little pop up off the 4,000s. Will we test the VWAP up there, the 08s at open? The $1 million question. We got a pivot point on the ES up at the 4,014, 13 area. So let's go. VWAP at the 08s, pivot point at the 13s, and the market is about to open. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Market is open for business. Place your bets, people. Place your bets. Will we go up? Will we go down today? Possibly fill that gap here on the SPY right now, hitting that VWAP on the SPY here. And just kind of looking to see what we're going to get here, price action wise. Price action wise here. I would say if we start pushing up here, we probably test that VWAP next. That fill on the gap would be the gap fill on the SPY kind of idea here. And right now, I'm just getting stuck there at the 02s. We got some conflicting signals here on the indicator this morning. Little conflicting action here. Right now on the 1 minute chart, pulling back to the 21 EMA right there. And the dollar spiking up here at open. So the dollar up the ES down. And just kind of waiting and watching, like always. Wait for the right opportunities here. We don't need to get rich off of one trade. We just need to wait for the right opportunities. Right now, the market at that 4,000 level. This 4,000 level has been support for, I'd say, what, yesterday, kind of the low of day. Will they want to hold it up here again and keep this thing pushing, or do we keep selling down here? Got that SPY pivot down there, 395 SPY pivot here. 395 SPY pivot. Right now holding there at the 97s again. I'd say if we push back up over the 02s, you're looking for that move up to the 10s next. Got to get above that SPY VWAP. Back above the SPY VWAP and start to move back up here. Try to fill that gap on the SPY here. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. The dollar going straight up right now. Dollar straight up. The ES basically straight down here. Will we find some support in this level on the Bookmap right now? Seeing if we're going to get this kind of pop back up into here. They're going to find some support now. 99s on the Bookmap right there. And then down to the 90s next. So right now, just sell, sell, sell on the ES. The dollar going straight up, the ES going straight down, the NASDAQ also dumping as well. So everything dumping right now. That SPY is at the pivot point there. Will this be support? Be a fake out and rip it back up? Oh, just dumping right now. Dumping, dumping, dumping. The dollar just really strong right now. The dollar going straight up here. And the ES obviously taking the hit right now. Some funky stuff going on with the Bookmap here at this level. Some iceberg orders battling it out here. Buyers, sellers there. Will this be the bounce area off of that pivot point? Almost to that pivot point. 91.75 there on the ES pivot point. The SPY right there at the pivot. We got the 21 EMA back up there at the 98s. And you got that VWAP now at the 06s here. 06s on the VWAP. They can push this back over 4,000. I think we'll test that VWAP again. There's that 21 EMA push. And back up to the 4,000s. You got to get this going. If they're going to squeeze it, they got to squeeze it right through here. You don't want to get stuck there at 21 because then it's going to get in trouble. You want push, 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 not stuck, stuck, stuck. You can see that iceberg seller there at the 99s holding it down there. Iceberg seller, look at him just sitting there right now. The SPY stuck at the VWAP. Got to get back over 4,000, get above that 21 EMA for the bulls. Try to push up there towards that VWAP area. Just stuck right there. Look at them. They're just stuck there on the Bookmap here. And right now, pushing up here, 4,000s. Back above the 21 now. Got a buy signal here on the ES on the 1 minute chart. Like I said, expecting some choppy action until at least, 10 o'clock or so here. As of right now, definitely playing into that idea. The MACD kind of just chopping around here as well. So the dollar just finally dumped back down. The dollar a little pushback up here. Will the dollar get stuck and keep selling down? The NASDAQ still kind of dumping here. Literally, so the ES popped back up. The NASDAQ still at the lows, that 12,700 area on the NASDAQ down there, stuck right now. So not looking too good for NASDAQ. NASDAQ down about 0.6% on the day. The ES only down about 0.2 on the day. So definitely need that NASDAQ to push through. If the ES wants to make a push here, the NASDAQ needs to find some support down there and start pushing back up. Just kind of waiting here. I definitely don't want to get short right here at this pivot point on the SPY. You can see we bounced off that 395 pivot point. Same idea as yesterday. We want to get below that pivot point before taking a short there. I mean, as of right now, it's still basically holding up there to support. So I wouldn't want to be, getting short right there just yet. Be patient more so than anything. And kind of look to see if we push back up over the 4,000s here on the ES. Dollar coming back down, but the NASDAQ is just dumping right now. The NASDAQ's straight down here. The ES trying to bounce. The NASDAQ really just getting murdered over there. Tech stocks going down, the ES going up. The SPY trying to get back above the VWAP there. And kind of looking tight right now here at the 4,000 level. Will we test that VWAP area next up there to the 05s? Say if we get over 02s, we'll probably push the 05s next. The chop is very real right here. Chop is very real. The SPY stuck right there at that pivot point. At the VWAP, sorry. And the ES needs the NASDAQ to start pushing up here. $4,000 acting as resistance right here. The SPY trying to get back above the VWAP here. Will they be able to push it back up? And right now, just getting stuck there. The MACD chopping around here as well. So the SPY getting back above the VWAP for a second. Like I said, the NASDAQ just is getting murdered here. So I'm thinking everyone's waiting for that 10 a.m. numbers. 10 a.m. numbers here. Being patient. No rush. There's a big old buyer on the Bookmap right now showing up. Look at that big iceberg buyer there supporting it right now at the 4,000s. Is that going to squeeze it up there to the VWAP next? VWAP at the kind of what 05 yeah, 05 area here. Big old iceberg buyer sitting there. Look at him. Market just going sideways still, basically. Iceberg getting sold into and not moving higher there. The dollar showing a lot of strength right now as well, so a little bit of a problem here. Like I said, the NASDAQ is literally going straight down right now, so not good for the bulls and the ES, as the NASDAQ is showing a lot of weakness here. On the 15-minute chart, the NASDAQ is just straight down, 12,700 area on the NASDAQ here, so interesting that the ES kind of bounced off the lows, the NASDAQ sitting down there at the lows here. Will we start to dump on the ES? Try to test those lows again down there and that pivot point on the SPY. The dollar going up. The NASDAQ still dumping through that level on the Bookmap right now, 95 sitting there. Will we sell down to the 95s here? NASDAQ still dumping. ES still holding. Interesting move right now. The 21 EMA trying to hold us up there, but well, they try to squeeze it back over 4,000, getting very tight right here on the 1-minute chart for that 4,000 push. That VWAP still up there, the 05s. Right now on the SPY, the VWAP holding support. The NASDAQ trying to do something here. Basically just going sideways right now. Going sideways here. No meaningful move yet, just absolute chop sideways action. I think everyone's waiting for those numbers at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. numbers coming out here. Consumer confidence numbers today, so VWAP up there at the 05s right now on the ES here. It's amazing how the market opens and just goes sideways. Like you're like, wow, how does it happen? What is everybody? I guess everybody's just waiting for those numbers. So everybody's waiting for numbers here. Oh God. And right now, pushing up there to the VWAP. Finally getting something happening here, but got the 21 EMA down there at the 99s. I'm basically just waiting until those numbers come out, to be honest. If you guys haven't hit that like button, let me know. Blow up the like button. We got 400 likes here on the stream, 2,000 people watching. And we got numbers at 10 a.m. Right now, the market just chop city here. Chop, chop, chop city. Also, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, it's free to subscribe. It's free to like. NASDAQ popped back up here. Trying to hold that 12,700 pivot point there. And the market just going absolutely sideways right now. So, like I said, just being patient. No real rush here. We don't need to do anything. You know, we just sit back. We just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just be patient. I'd rather make money easily than try to trade this crap right now. So and back down. Whew. This is a great time to just stay out of this right now, my friends. Wait for those numbers. And I'm not gonna say we're gonna get exact amazing action after the numbers, but I would just try to avoid trading this right now. There's really no clear direction. We got no clear move. Just be patient. Go to the bathroom. BRB. Right now, the SPY holding there at the VWAP, the ES bouncing there off the 21 EMA. The MACD still bullish here. We look at the bigger time frames on the 15-minute chart, looking pretty indecisive still. We need to kind of get something going through here. We got that pivot point up there at the 13s next on the ES, but right now just basically stuck here waiting for the numbers. So about 10 minutes until the numbers come out. So no real rush. No real rush. Nice and easy, baby. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. We'll squeeze back up here right now, but still very, very indecisive which way this wants to go. Nine minutes until numbers, so let's Wait for that to happen. Bam, 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 bam. It's a chop fest, baby. This is exactly when you do not want to be trading, my friends. Just fucking avoid trading this right now. Look at this. I mean, come on. Why would you trade this? There is absolutely no reason to trade this. I mean, we're moving 2 points per 1 minute candle. Up, down, chopping around, left and right. This is a great way just to basically waste money on commissions and waste money on just, yeah, basically just waste money. This is a great example of how to lose money. Chop chop city. LOL. Nathan, we're going down. I mean, why even try to predict it? You're just literally just wasting your breath. Typing in the chat, we're going to go down is just like, you're literally just wasting your breath right now. So literally order flow guy. No, Nathan, you're just fucking wasting your breath. You're like, I'm not even arguing with this fucking idiots. Like, we're going to go down. Like, get the fuck out of here. We're not like, it's insane. Like, I just don't know. Like, why even try to make that prediction? Literally, like, you might as well just take your money and light it on fire. I don't give a fuck what order flow, what indicator you have. There is nothing out there right now that's going to be like, hey, I guarantee this is going to go down. I guarantee it. Market's going to go down. Order flow. The tape, it doesn't matter. Like, all that shit is literally just, it's a distraction. Every indicator, every order flow, all that shit is 100% a distraction to try to get you to create a bias when the market's not doing shit. Look at that. You said the market's going to go down. What did we just do? We just fucking ripped up there. So it's like, why even fucking make a prediction? Come on, guys. Literally, the minute that Nathan said we're going to go down, the market rips up. So how did the order flow work out for you? Look at that. Like, I just don't know why people try to predict what's going to happen here. When the market's not moving and it's going sideways, you can't predict this. You can't, nobody fucking knows. There's not one indicator. There's not one fucking order flow tool, nothing that can tell you how to trade this right here. You know, like, there's nobody to fucking, there's just no reason. There's zero fucking reason to even make a prediction. I'm trying to help you. I'm literally just trying to help you. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I just don't know why people try to make predictions when the market's not moving. It's like going to Vegas and going, I predict that the next time the next time the roulette table spins, it's going to be red. I predict it, right? Like, the last time it hit black, it's going to hit red this time. You know how many times I've sat at a roulette table and I've seen fucking black get hit over? I remember one time it was like 10 times in a row. Black, 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 black. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally like, there's no fucking way to predict it. Ugh. And the thing is, like, yes, it could still go down. We have the numbers coming out in 5 minutes. The numbers come out in 5 minutes. We got the Fed chairman speaking, you know. There's zero reason to try to predict this action. I would say if we're going to make a prediction, there's a better chance that this fills the gap before moving lower. That would be my prediction, if anything. You know, we got that gap on the SPY here. Like, if you want to make a prediction, I guess we kind of filled it, actually. Yeah. So we filled the gap on the SPY already. Well, yeah, kind of like, I don't know, like, I guess we could actually close, yeah, a little bit higher to fill that gap, 396.45. But if I'm going to make a prediction, I would say we fill the gap. So, yeah. I think, yeah, it needs, I would say that the gap is here at the close, not at the low of that candle. Is what I would say. This is the SPY we're looking at right here, the SPY ETF. But again, it's like, look, like, why make a prediction here? We pushed up to the VWAP, got denied, back down now. And again, I'm not sitting here I'm not getting mad at Nathan going, the market can't go lower, right? Like, I'm not sitting here telling you like, hey, the market is not going to go lower today. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that there's no reason to try to predict it right now. Like, there's just zero reason to try to predict it. That's all I'm saying. The best thing to do is just sit here and be like, I ain't trading this shit, you know? That's all it comes down to. It's like literally all it comes down to. When the market gives us a good setup, like, there's no, like, you don't have to predict it. You just trade it. It's like, hey, look, I'm going to get long here. We're pushing higher. The market's trending. Easy. Like, there's no gambling. There's no prediction. Obviously, no trade is 100%, but like, at least I'm entering with a plan and not just like, oh, the market's going down. So, yeah, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes till the numbers pop. And then one can kind of have a better idea what's going to happen here. But as of right now, it's a total crapshoot. I know people get mad at me for like trying to save them from making a mistake. Guys, I've literally been trading now for almost 7 years. This is my 7th year of trading. And like, the one thing that I've learned over the 7 years is like me trying to predict where the market's gonna go when the market's chopping. Like, this is exactly how I lose. This is why I would lose money when I first started, because I would sit here and be like, well, I think the market's gonna go down. And then guess what? I would short the market go right up. And then I'd get long, the market would go down. So it's like that right there. It's experience. This is experience. I've learned the hard way. I used to try to be that guy. You know, like, I used to be that fucking guy. I used to try to trade every little move in the market, and I would sit here and be like, oh, okay, I'm getting long. Oh my God. And as soon as I got long, it would, you know, fucking crash on me. And as soon as I got short, it would go up. Is today a bad day for trading? I wouldn't say it's a bad day for trading. I'm just saying, first 30 minutes right now, we kind of knew that we were going to be choppy, right? We already talked about it. We knew the numbers were coming out here. We already talked about all this. Like, we had a plan before the market opened, kind of knowing like, hey, we're at a weird spot right now. We're still in this range from yesterday. We got that support there. Something to think about. Like, it's funny because like we already discussed this exact thing happening, and now we're sitting here like surprised that it's happening. Like, oh my God, I can't believe the market's chopping. That's so weird that the market's not going anywhere. I can't believe it. How would we have ever have known? You know? How would I ever have known the market was going to be choppy here? There we go, 10 a.m. The numbers are out. Consumer confidence numbers. But we also have the Fed chairman, Fed vice president chairman, Fed bar testimony today. So the consumer confidence, the forecast was 108.50. The actual number is 102.90. So I think that's bearish. Not so good, I think. I don't really know. I'm not trying to predict it, but it looks like the market doesn't like the numbers right now. The market don't like the numbers. And kind of bouncing off that lows again. The NASDAQ holding the lows right now. The ES holding down there at the lows right now. That next pivot point down there on the ES at the 91.75s. 91.75 pivot. That pivot point on the SPY right now holding up there support-wise. So the pivot's acting as support here. The market trying to hold at this level right now. On the book map here, buyers and sellers battling it out here. That 95, 96 area, 99 sitting there, liquidity. And still basically just going sideways here. Little rip back up here. Sitting there, 21 EMA resistance there right now. The VWAP on the SPY acting as resistance here. Will they push it up to the 4? That VWAP up at like the 5 level on the ES here. Still just not really moving here. Market just cannot get out of its way right now. We'll see if that SPY VWAP's going to hold us down here. Trying to squeeze it back up. Got that pivot point up there at the 05 level. So will they push up there to the 05s next? 04s? Still no real like clear direction here. I want to get back above the VWAP. If I'm looking to get long, looking to get back above the VWAP here. We don't want to get long just because we're just in this area of chop city. So we need to push up through the VWAP here, show some strength. The bulls got to get back above VWAP if they want this to go higher, obviously. Trying to push up there into the VWAP now. Will they squeeze it up there to the 04, 05 level? Trying to look like that on the book map here. Got that VWAP acting as resistance right there. Try to get through that VWAP and then try to squeeze up there, possibly to the 07s next. Got some support coming in there right now at the 03s. The SPY trying to fill this possible gap here. The VWAP trying to hold us down. Will we squeeze through VWAP here? And once again, VWAP acting as resistance right there. Got back above the 21, but just can't get through the VWAP right now. So need to get above the VWAP for the longs, for the bulls to step up here. MACD just crossed bullish. They're trying to squeeze it. I think they possibly push this up there through the VWAP up to the 07s next. This would be kind of that push through the VWAP area here. You got that 13 pivot point on the ES. 13 pivot point there. Right now, tapping VWAP. Tapping the VWAP there. Will they squeeze it all the way? Come on, get above the VWAP. I gotta get some, I'm like, music. I'm like singing to my head right now. And the VWAP still acting as resistance here. Come on. Get that gap fill on the SPY. Push up there, 396.41. And by the way, I am not in a trade here. No trades. Like I said, I'm not, there's literally no reason for me to do anything. Like zero reason to do anything right now. So I have been just waiting and watching just like everybody else. So right now the dollar going straight up, which is never a good sign. The dollar going straight up while the ES is trying to push up here. It's not even like, it's not even about having discipline. Like what it comes down to is just knowing that, like, I've done this so many times. Like I've traded long enough to know that if I trade this bullshit right here, I'm going to end up, I might make money, right? Like I might get lucky and make money, but I don't want to be fucking lucky. Like I don't want to be like, hey, look, I luckily made money here. Like I want to fucking be like, hey, I traded my plan. I traded my setup and then I made money. So like, that's what I want to do. Like, you're not going to ever grow as a day trader if you just get lucky over and over. You know, it's one thing to like, hey, I bought 10 contracts and I made $1,000. You know, like, it's like, that's just honestly not the way to go about it. Here we go, pushing up above the VWAP now. Everybody said, where's Nathan at? Nathan, I thought we're going down because of the order flow. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just like it though. I like it. I like the fact that everybody tried to make a prediction there and the opposite of what everyone thought happened. So the order flow told me that the market's going to go down. Like if it was, that's what I think. Like people love to like think that there's like one indicator that's like the end all be all. You know, I only trade order flow. I only trade the depth of market. I trade you know, this. I trade this indicator. It's like at the end of the day, there's all these indicators are always like, they're just like, they're there to basically give you fake outs. I mean, even the indicators that I'm using, it's like these indicators are always going to be lagging. They're not going to tell me exactly when to buy and sell. But I need to understand like what the overall price action is doing. Like what is the overall bigger picture right now? Look, if no matter what, the order flow was showing me that we're going to go down. But look, like we had these two candles basically just indecision. Here's the 10 o'clock candle. And look at that. So all that order flow, everything trying to predict what's going to happen with the order flow. What happened right there? You just fucking, you got faked out. You got a total fake out right there. So it just does you, I'm trying to help you guys understand, like it really just means, it means nothing. All the shit means nothing at the end of the day. You got to think like the market is constantly giving us fake outs. Like the market, like the idea of the market itself, the way the market works is it's basically like, it's showing us these signals, it's showing us these setups just so that it can basically fuck us. It's like, hey, look, Patrick. Hey, look, Patrick, look what's happening. You should look at the order flow. There's buyers, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, there's no more buyers and the market just fucking crushes you. So don't be silly. Don't be silly thinking that there's like that end all be all indicator out there. There's really, and then the whole end all be all strategy either. I would say at the end of the day, the best strategy you can have is just fucking waiting until the market is literally it's so obvious that you don't need an indicator to know the market's going to go up. And look at us going higher now still, but we're still just kind of grinding. I mean, we're not even these 1 minute candles right now. We went from the 04s, 06s. We haven't had like a big move yet. So Yeah, I would. That's also VAGD, vagged. Vagged. Always hit cancel all. When you're done trading for the day, whatever platform you're on, make sure you hit cancel all. Make sure you don't have any orders open. I've lost plenty of money doing that. And would you look at that? What did I say? Hey! Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy! I didn't predict the market move here, but I told you guys that I was thinking there was a better chance we fill that gap before we go down. Right? Like, that was my prediction, kind of like thinking, just kind of that I know that the gaps love to get filled. So it's like, I'm thinking that there's a better chance that the market pushes up, fills this gap before selling off. So, and I said the 07 area for that push above the VWAP. We went to the 08s. Possible reversal now. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Possible. I wouldn't short it now. Like, the last thing I'm going to do is short when we're above the VWAP and above the 21 EMA. MACD still bullish. There's no reason to get short here yet. Don't make trading hard, guys. I see people asking questions. Don't fucking make trading hard. Y'all trying to make it way too hard. Like, should I short now? Like, no. We just pushed above the VWAP. We just got above the 21. There. There's no reason to short here. Come on. Come on, guys. Fucking A, man. Like, I should just let people lose money, I guess. Just like, hey, y'all want to short? Get short. I don't care. You want to get long? Get long. Hey, why do I fucking care? Lose your money. Lose your money. I'm not anything right now. I have no trade open right now. Everybody's like worried what I'm doing. I'm literally sitting here talking to you guys, telling you that I'm not trading this. Fucking mind blowing. Patrick, what are you doing? I'm sitting here watching the same thing you guys are doing. Are you what do you think I'm doing? I'm literally sitting here telling you that I'm not going to trade this until I get something good happen. What is the reason for this much volatility? I wouldn't call this volatility. So we had the numbers come out, the ECB numbers. We had I guess the Fed presidents talking. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I like to make money, not lose money. How about you guys? But I fucking like making money. You know? I like to make money, not lose money. I know there's other YouTubers out there that, you know, they're proud of making $100 a day, but I can't live on $100 a day. No offense. When you're spending $10,000 a weekend, it's hard to live on $100 a day. I honestly, if I was making $100 a day trading, I would just quit at this point in my career. After 7 years, my peak trading career is making $100 a day. I might as well fucking quit. I mean, if you day trade for 7 years and you're making $100 a day, you better fucking quit at that point. $10,000 one weekend, no problem. $4,000 bottle service, $4,000 courtside seats at the tennis game, $2,000 hotel room. It adds up quickly, my friends. Then you got, hell, I might have spent more. Dinner, fuck. Dinner wasn't cheap either. But yes, hey, I'm not trying to be cocky. Like, dude, like 100%. If you're just starting out, you're a new day trader, make $100 a day. Totally fine with me. Do it, right? But after 7 years of trading, if you're still like happy with making $100 a day, I just don't know if trading's for you. I just don't know. All right, we got future winners futures. Future winner futures. He's short 2 contracts. Was that a good idea? Let's see. What's your stop? Stop above the highs. So stop above 0875. Let's see. Shorting above the VWAP, shorting above the 21 EMA. I don't love it. I don't love that idea, but we'll see how it goes. And anybody who thinks I'm fucking cocky, like, I do this every day. There's a difference between being cocky and fucking being good. Right? Like, there's a big difference between being a little cocky shit and being good at what you do. That's the difference here. There's a big fucking difference. And bad idea shorting. Like I said. Like, why? 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 Please. If you just shorted there, please stop watching me. Just go somewhere else. I can't help you. I literally cannot help you. Come on. Ugh. I don't know what to do. These people. Why watch my YouTube channel and then do the opposite of what I say? Why? Why? What do you like? You just like to be like, you just like to get pain? you like the pain? Is that what it is? Like, you like pain, I guess? Here's the problem too, is like, you just shorted, your stop's above the high here, you got stopped out, and guess what? Now what's gonna happen? The market's gonna pull back. Like, if the market pulls back now, it's just like, it's just comedy. That's not, this is like, look, there's no reason to short here. We just put in this higher low. We're trending higher. Come on. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Be smart, people. Be smart. But it's 2 contracts. It doesn't matter. I mean, I wouldn't even want to risk $50. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like if you're trying to justify the reason for making a bad trade because you risk 2 contracts, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, what do you get from that? Oh, hey, I only risk 2 contracts. Like, well, that doesn't, like, it's still money. You're still losing money. I am not in a trade. I'm waiting for what I would like to see now. This is what I would like to see happen for the long idea here. If I want to get long, I want to see us push above the 4,010 area here on the ES, right? And then I wouldn't mind retesting that VWAP on the SPY one more time. We can test that VWAP on the SPY, turn that SPY VWAP into support there. Then I'd be looking for like the more like breakouts here. But there's like right now we're sitting here. Maybe we push up, maybe we go down, maybe we don't. But if we get this, you know, if we pull back to the VWAP, we put in that higher low and then get that move up, then I'd get excited, right? Like that. Like, that's what I want to see happen. Get this pull back to the VWAP there, turn that VWAP, because right now it's just, this is a 50-50 chance, right? That we're pretty much either we go up, we go down. But if we pull back to the VWAP, we turn VWAP into support, we start to curl back up, well, then that chance of going higher is much better than trying to just buy right here. I'm trying to help people, but they just don't want to be helped. People want to lose. I get it. It's like a thing. Fucking people get off on that. People be sitting there just rock hard because they're losing money. Like, oh, nothing gets me off more than fucking losing money, baby. Ooh, it's like a dominatrix thing. People like to be fucking tortured. But it is funny because now, guess what? Futures said he got short, he got stopped out, and then guess what? Look what just happened. It'll be funny when if it pulls back now. I've been there. I've done this, guys. I've done exactly what you're doing. I'm not like sitting here trying to like just be an asshole, but I've done this for long enough to know that it doesn't work. What you're trying to do does not work. Taking two contracts because you're like, well, it's just 2 contracts. Like, okay, well, now you just lost $300 for what? For what? For what? I lost $300. For what? Like, I'd rather not fucking lose $1 than just risk $300 for nothing. It does nothing, like, it does nothing for you. It doesn't make you a better trader trying to gamble. You know, like, look at this. What did I say? The guy shorted, he gets stopped out, and the market moves right back to where it pulled back. So it's just like, come on. If you want to, if you were like, here's the thing, future winner futures. I'm going to give you one-on-one fucking advice. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Fucking tune in. Don't look at anything else. Think about it like this. If you thought that you're going to get short up here, there was no reason to get short until we got a trap, right? This was your short. Once you saw that we got denied, we spiked up there above, then you want to get short, right? Then you get short here. You don't get short when we're pulling back like this into that support there. You short the trap. Right? We got the trap. There's the fucking trap. I just gave you $1 million fucking a piece of advice right there. You know, I just gave you $1 million piece of advice for free. Short the fucking trap. Let the market trap the shorts. Let them trap the buyers and then fucking get short. There you go. Yeah, and you had the resistance right there. That was, I mean, it was like literally just a perfect trap. We saw it happen in real life. We saw it, like we literally saw this in real time. We saw the trap, how they trapped those shorts right there. They trapped the buyers. Everyone got excited. It broke above the high right there over the 08s and trapped, and bam. Just got them. We literally just saw how the trap works, the mental, the idea. We saw it all, you know, in real time. The human interaction with the market. We saw that literally happen. So there it is. We got that pivot point up there at the 13s. We're still just like hitting this area, that 10 area resistance there. I'm still not really that convinced to really do anything. So there's just no fucking reason. I'd rather just walk away with 0 trades a day than walk away with a $5 loser. Maybe that makes me a bad person. Maybe it makes me a bad YouTuber because I'm not sitting here telling you guys to buy, sell, and then you know, I'd rather literally walk away with no trades. I'd rather just walk away with 0 trades than sit here and like tell you guys that I lost $100 or I made $100. You know, like that's 100%. Like I would rather just fucking walk away than sit here and like try to make $100 or lose $100. We knew exactly what was going to happen today. We talked about it before the market opened. We already knew that we were in this range from yesterday. I got no problem walking away right here. If you guys haven't hit that fucking like button, I'm over here just dropping knowledge left and right. We got 600 likes. The funny part is like people pay money for like this type of advice. Like people go to fucking trading workshops to be told exactly what I'm telling you guys right now. People pay thousands of dollars to go to fucking Ross Cameron's Inner Circle Trader to be taught how to lose money. And you guys are sitting here for free. You're watching this for free, and I'm teaching you how to not fucking lose money. I can't make you a millionaire, but I can guarantee that I can help you fucking not lose everything you have. You know? All right, so now people are asking, why don't I get short right here? Well, if you guys don't know why I'm not shorting here, we already talked about it. We're pretty much just right here in the middle where we got the VWAP at the SPY. The VWAP's right there at the SPY. The pivot point's down there. Can the market go lower? 100%. The market can go lower from here. But does that mean I want to take a trade right here? No. It's just fucking, this is how you go. This is how you lose money, guys. Like, it's just like everybody that's asking like short, long, like I don't even know why you're asking. This is not what you want to be trading. I'm like so frustrated because like, why am I having to explain myself? Like, well, why don't you want to get short? Why would I want it? We're not moving. The market's not moving. You know, like it's literally not moving. So why? I want to trade. I want to make money easily. I don't want to make money hard. You know, like it's like, it's simple. Look where we're at. We're pretty much right where we opened at. Because the thing is, like, if you wait for the right setups, it's like I can make $5,000 in 5 minutes on the right setup. So why am I gonna sit here and try to make $100 or $500 on a shitty setup and then possibly lose $500? You know? Right now, the SPY holding there at the VWAP. I mean, yesterday was like, if you guys watched my video from yesterday, I traded yesterday. I traded the end of the day. Where's that move from end of day yesterday? I mean, look at this yesterday. This was the setup I traded the end of day. The market, we got below. I mean, this is like, come on. Like, this is just magic, right? The market got stuck up there at the 27s. We pull back to the VWAP here. We kind of start trending lower. We got below the 21. And then look at this. This was the setup right here. I mean, this right here, this is what I want to be trading. We got below the VWAP. We turned the VWAP into resistance. We got below the 21. We broke the VWAP. And then boom, I get short 17s. I get covered down there at the 05s. Easy, right? Like, that's easy trade, easy money. I made easy money. That was what, $3,000 in a matter of minutes? In 15 minutes there? Easy. Easy peasy mac and cheesy, baby. You know, easy peasy mac and cheesy. Don't make it hard. And then especially like that move that we had down, you know, when the gap got filled. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just like, this is what we want to see happening. We want to see market moving, not market going sideways. Right now, we just going sideways. So look at the difference. See where we're at right now? Literally, these last 1 minute candles. We had what? The high of this candle right there was 03. The low was 02. All right. So right now, we're just kind of waiting. I'm just waiting to see what happens here with the SPY VWAP. I don't want to just jump in just because, you know, this candle's breaking below the SPY VWAP right now. But you know what happens? You get a fake out and then whee, back to the upside here. So definitely, I would not want to be short right here. Even though this can go down here, you know. You can see on the Bookmap, we got liquidity sitting there right now at the 4,000s and then that 95 level after that. POC. I had the POC on. Look at this. Come on. It's comedy at this point, guys. Like what? Like we literally just said, like your people are like, oh, should I get short here? Well, nope. It's just like, just you, if you would have got short right there, you'd got stopped out. And then guess what? Now, like, then it moves lower. There's not just, it's just no reason. No reason. Hey, look at these candles. Not the candles I want to see happening here. Literally, like, it's comedy at this point. It's fucking comedy because they just, like I said, they literally just fucking, everybody that shorted this right there, they just probably got stopped out. And then guess what? Then it's like, oh, now we're going to move it lower. Come on. It's comedy at this point. you know? And you just gotta laugh. Gotta laugh at it. Comedy. They were dumping down to the 97s. I took a little easy trade there. Little easy trade right there from the 99s just to 96s. Kind of saw that opportunity on the Bookmap to get that sell down. So easy little trade. That's what I want to see. I want to just be able to look at it, look at the Bookmap, like, hey, this thing's selling. Okay, quick little scalp. Saw that action there. Wasn't going to hold it for longer than that, but it definitely had a quick little setup for pull down there on the Bookmap there. Richard Harris, what do you... I didn't go on a rant about trading this. I saw the market moving. I made money on that. Oh my God. I fucking hate... I literally fucking hate this live stream. I fucking hate it. I fucking... The difference between me and you, Richard Harris, is I'm a fucking god and you're just a little bitch on the internet. That's the difference. That is the fucking difference. You know? That's the fucking difference here, my friend. And look at it. From the 4,000s down there to the 95s. Still going lower. Like, fuck me. He made a trade. He made a trade. He told us not to trade. Then he made a trade. No, the difference is don't compare me to you. Just because you don't know how to fucking trade and you're upset because you didn't get that. Look at that. Fucking from 4,000 down there to the 90s now. I hate this chat. I hate it. I hate the chat. I hate the live streams. I'm going to be done. I think next month, I'm just going to stop live streaming. It's a fucking waste of my time. Literally a waste of my fucking time. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. I'm just gonna live in Hawaii, make money, and just fucking be happy, right? Just relax on the beach all day and just be a happy person instead of dealing with this bullshit every day. Market is dumped right there. I think the Fed vice president or whatever is speaking here. Oh, I gotta go fucking piss now. Fuck, I drink fucking water. Problem with drinking too much fucking water, you gotta pee every 5 minutes. Just trying to be the fucking peak shape, peak health. More water, workout, fucking go, go, go. And then I gotta pee every 10 fucking minutes. I'm going to Chipotle today for sure. I'm leaving at 11 o'clock going to Chipotle 100%. 100%. I'm definitely going Chipotle today. All right. So now the problem is we obviously are a little overextended. I definitely would want this to kind of push back up, test that 21 EMA again. Maybe that 4,000 level here would be a nice kind of pushback up here. Just definitely overextended the downside. So we need a little kind of pullback here. Remember yesterday's video, I talked about this, kind of not wanting to chase that price action down here. We got that SPY pivot point right there as well. SPY pivot point there, that 395.06. I mean, look at this so far today. We filled the gap. We broke the downside. I mean, I don't know how else I could have fucking predicted this anymore. We talked about that idea of filling the gap before going lower. And people were still going to be like, well, he trades in hindsight. Doesn't know what he's doing. That's 2 days now. 2 days in a row of literally our plan working out exactly like we said it would. 2 days in a row, back to back. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. There's a reason we're number one day trading channel. There's nobody else on YouTube doing it like we're doing it. Nobody. Zero. Right now, we're at that pivot point. There's a pivot point there, the 91.75 on the ES here. So, will they keep selling down through there? They break below that 90 again. Kind of look for that move down into like the 87s. Like I said, I'd like to see that push back up to that EMA one more time. 21 EMA there. But kind of looking weak here, to be honest. Hate chasing it. The NASDAQ still kind of going lower. The ES looking dumpy. But I think we still need a little bit more pushback up here first. Tap that 97 level maybe. There's that little pushback up here. Now will they dump it down? Keep testing that 92 level here. That's right there at that pivot point. The pivot point 91.75 on the ES here. So trying to hold it up there right now. Dollar selling off here. The dollar dumped pretty hard right there. The ES kind of followed the dollar down. Some mixed signals here. Mixed signals. They're right there at that pivot point, 92, 91 area on the ES right now. Can see here that SPY pivot point acting as a resistance right there. The ES pivot point acting as support right now. That next pivot point down there at the 76s here. See if they start dumping this through here. I think below 90, you get 87s there on the Bookmap pretty quickly. Sitting there at the 90s. That low of days so far, 89.75. Old pivot point holding up right now. The SPY definitely looking bear flaggy here. On the 3-minute chart. And that next SPY pivot down there, 393.62 here. The dollar is selling hard right now. Dollar is dropping hard. The ES getting support here. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Yum, ba, bum, 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 bum. $21 EMA getting a little closer there, kind of just going sideways right now. The MACD, a little cross up on the MACD, a little choppy as we go sideways here at the 92s, right there at that pivot. Hey, I appreciate you. Stogie, buy me Chipotle today. Thank you. Market right now holding up there at the pivot on the ES there at the 91.75. So if we're going to push up into that 21 now. VWAP up there at the 02s. There's a fair value gap on the 15-minute chart that's like up to the 97 on the 15-minute chart here. Got an iceberg seller just popped up on the Bookmap there at the 95s. Liquidity there, 96s, 97s, and 4,000 heavy up there. Definitely a tricky spot to get short down here. You don't. Oof. Definitely a better short breaking below 4,000 there earlier. We're pushing back up there to the 21 EMA now. On the 1 minute chart, if you look at the 3 minute chart, the 21's up there at the 98s. Right in the middle of that fair value gap. The dollar is still selling off here, so the ES getting some support to come back up. $15-minute chart, you can see that fair value gap there at the 97s, which is right where the low of day was yesterday as well. So say as long as we kind of stay below 4,000s here. Problem is the dollar is just dumping right now. It's just been literally back to back to back red candles on the dollar. So that gives the ES some relief right now. If the dollar was spiking up here, I would say we would be right through that 90 area, but since the dollar is just dumping, ES is finding support here. You guys already hit that like button, help me out. Get 1,000 likes here on the stream. Dollar finding some support finally. A little pushback up on the dollar there on the 3-minute chart. The ES push up there to the 96s. Got stuck right to the bottom of that fair value gap. I think if the dollar starts rallying back up here, we'll break that 90 area. Just needed that kind of push back up before going lower. On the Bookmap, you can see 90 liquidity sitting down there. Not much going on in this level right now. Trying to wait to see if maybe possibly getting a short here. Kind of watching that 3-minute chart here. That 98 level I think would be a nice short area if we get denied right there, and then look for that move below 90s. Problem is we might not get all the way up there though. We'll see. Right now, the SPY is right at that pivot point on the SPY here. That 395 level on the SPY, holding it up. Dollar starting to push back up. New members, let's go. Join the elite team. The Patrick Wieland team. Winning, baby. We winning. Let's go. They're playing around with it on the book map right now. They are playing around with it. Ugh. Got icebergs popping up here. Dollar starting to push back up. Will we finally get this sell through? Back down now. We're just stuck right below that 21 EMA right now. I'd say if we break below 92.75, I would look to get short below that 92.75. We start to break to the downside here. Now the dollar is pushing back up. We're stuck at that pivot point on the SPY as well. So let's see. What's that now? Like 15 minutes of going sideways here at the 93, 92 level. I want to see something happen here on the book map. There's an iceberg buyer right now on the book map there. So saw him pop up there, 92.75. I want to see some selling go through there. Look at him. He's loading up right there. Somebody's loading up. 98 contracts bought. 99 contracts bought there. They're like playing around with it right here. Oh, the anticipation. Do they sell through here? Still playing with that 90 level here. We'll fake out there below the 92s. Dollar looking weak once again. Oh, just chopping around right here. Just chopping around here. We can test that 90 level, break through the 90s here. Just we're holding up there at the pivot right now. Trying to get this break through the 90s. Just holding it up there. Should break through. Ugh. Can't get the move down. Move it down. Move it down. Wow. Got that big move from the 4,000s down to the 90s, and now we're just stuck. You gotta love it. Getting real tight there. Dollar still trying to break out to the upside. Kind of looked like a bear flag there for a second, but now trying to break out to the upside. The ES also trying to push back up here. The battle is real between the ES and the dollar right now. The 15-minute chart definitely looking like it wants to break to the downside here, but just not having momentum to get through there right now at that pivot point. The SPY kind of holding up here. Everything just holding up right now. Trying to figure out. The NASDAQ also looking very bearish as well, but that pivot point is acting as support there. Right now, holding up there, 90s. I think they're gonna take us up to the 4,000s again. Maybe we got a pivot point at the not the pivot point, the VWAP up there at the 4,001s. Just could not get through that 4,000 level. I mean, not get through that 90 level there. Right now, trying to squeeze it back up here again. See if they take it back up above the 4,000s here. The SPY hitting the VWAP there right now. The ES VWAP up there at the 01s. Do 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 do. And just nothing happening. Right now, at the VWAP on the SPY here. So we're back above that pivot point in the SPY, holding up there right now, 395.44s. And trying to push this up. There it goes to the 99s. Oh, I think I might just fucking wait till the end of the day. Wait till the end of the day here. This is like just shit price action still. Maybe they're going to try to push this back up and do some stupid shit right now, but I don't know if it's worth it. Go to Chipotle and come back, try to trade the later end of day action. We've been getting some really good end of day action, and I'm just not in love with this right now, so I think it's probably just better to walk away here. Oh. What to do? Yeah, I think it's better just to walk away. I'm just fucking, it's not happening. We got that one little move down earlier, and then we're just chopping back up right now on the 3-minute chart. Kind of just looking shitty here. On the 1-minute chart, just back up into there. This bear flag should have broke to the downside, but popped right up at the upside. So I'll leave the Bookmap open for a couple hours for you guys to check out while I'm gone, but there it is. You guys have already hit that like button, subscribe button. You know what to do. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. This is the problem is, like I said, we talked about this already pretty much, earlier, that idea of just kind of ranging today. It's a lot of kind of just stuff going on basically here all the way to here. So market just not making a move today. Not making a move today. The market just doesn't want to move today. Why don't I stream the end of the day? Why don't I stream every fucking minute of my life? I gotta spend some time alone sometimes. So. It's nice to just be able to trade by myself sometimes, to be honest. Not have to worry about people watching me. I wanna just trade alone. I wanna be alone, So there it is. Market's still getting stuck there at the SPY. Maybe it's a good time to get short here. Fuck. I don't know, just don't. I don't like that we held that 90 area so strong down there. Maybe we needed that push up to the VWAP one more time here on the SPY to get that break through it later, but now we're dumping again. Fuck me. Am I trying to just not like trade? I'm just was watching that 92 level earlier and thought about getting short there, but the Bookmap, I don't like when there's a bunch of fucking iceberg orders, right? Like when there's a bunch of iceberg orders like doing weird shit and you just like watching the Bookmap and it's just, they're just like fucking with the price action. And like right now you can see on the Bookmap, they're just like basically fucking, like you had the iceberg order right there. Now you got this iceberg order. Like, is that the same person? 135 contracts, like up and down. Like, the fuck are they doing? So, I don't know. Like, again, look, another 100 iceberg order there. So, yeah, it's just kind of, they're like really fucking with it right now. It's been just a lot of iceberg action. You can see like earlier at that 90 level, we were just like iceberg, iceberg, iceberg. It's a lot of icebergs. Too many fucking icebergs, man. Maybe it's just me, but too many icebergs. I don't like the icebergs. I don't want to trade the icebergs, please. Thank you very much. The next pivot after this 90 level is down there at the 76s on the ES. So we'll see what happens. We get that move down there. Oh, fuck. I think it's better to walk away, come back end of day, to be honest. trade that last hour. Hopefully this kind of figures out what it's going to do. But yeah, that short off the VWAP, pretty nice so far. Got that pivot point there on the SPY right there. Pivot point at the 395 kind of level. Ugh. It's a battle. Trying to walk away and like not trade this because I'm just not feeling it right now. Gotta listen to myself. Gotta listen to my intuition here. Ah! Yeah, I think, yeah, I'll just, all I need is like 10 points. End of day, come back. Hopefully this price action kind of figures out where it's going to go, what it's going to do. Maybe we get a reversal end of day. So I think that's the better plan here. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I agree with you, Alan. Hey, I know all about the coulda, shoulda, woulda. I'd be a millionaire in hindsight, baby. So I'm just going to walk away, come back here. I'll come back later and see what happens. But right now, just going to stay out of this. Look at the Bookmap. I mean, it's just, they're just fucking with it. Every single move is like 100 contracts, iceberg. So it's just really hard to trade that. I mean, they're literally just fucking with it. So that's going to be my signal to walk away and not try to trade it. Sage Futures, let's go. He's back. Hopefully your family doing a little bit better, my friend. And look, there's that push, little like squeeze back up, stupid price. Ugh, I'm over it. I don't want it. I'm not gonna fuck with it. So let them fuck with it. Let them do whatever the fuck they're doing, and then hopefully the end of day we'll get some better price action. Right now, it's just you can't win. You can't beat these guys that are fucking with it. So. You know, you gotta know when to walk away, and I think it's time. I'm gonna walk away. Fuck them. I'm not playing their games. I'm not playing their games. Not playing their stupid game. Like I don't like. Yeah, look at the what is that? 135, 135. I've never really seen the iceberg orders like this. 135, 160. I mean, it's like the same amount over and over. Really kind of weird. And look at it. They're just like trapping. That push back up there. What the fuck? So I'll leave the Bookmap open. I'm gonna go to Chipotle. I gotta go get a new phone as well. I think I might go by T-Mobile, get a new phone, then come back here, try to trade the end of day action on it. So right now, we push back up to the ES VWAP there, VWAP at the 01s. But again, like I said, just a lot of funky price action there. Maybe they squeeze this back up to the highs now. Fuck. There's a pivot point up there at the, what, 4,013 levels. So yeah, we'll see how she goes. I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. So fuck them. I like to make money, not play around these games. I don't want to play stupid games. Play stupid games, find out. That's the old saying, right? So play stupid games and find out. Fuck around, find out. I don't want to fuck around and find out today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, later on, whatever it is. Peace to the Middle East. Enjoy the Bookmap. Like I said, hit that like button. Get 1,000 likes here on the channel or on the stream. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. You know what we're doing. Popping bottles, baby. 1,000 likes make you holla. Can we do it? 1,000 likes before I go to Chipotle? Almost 99, 9,900. 1,000 likes before Chipotle. There's 988 likes. 959. You guys are killing me here. No one's left. Everyone left. It's all robots. Just a bunch of bots in the chat. There we go. Big thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. Wednesday. A little wild Wednesdays, baby. So, yeah. I mean, fuck. Market just doing fun. Look at that. Just don't know what to do here. I would say maybe it's a short, maybe it's a long. Fuck, it's just too much. I don't know why I'm even sitting here discussing it anymore. Just walk away. All right.